Rep the South Side whenever you pay with your White Sox debit card from Wintrust Community Banks and score perks like free ATMs, no monthly fees, and a $300 opening bonus. Pay with pride every time with Wintrust, Chicago's bank.
Hey everybody, it's Chuck Garfien. Welcome back. It's another edition of the White Sox podcast. It is brought to you as always by our great friends at Wintrust, Chicago's bank. Show your team pride with a White Sox debit card. You can get yours at wintrust.com/Sox. Member FDIC, EHL lender. All right, so the White Sox season might be over, but it is not for last year's number one draft pick, Hagen Smith. He and a handful of White Sox prospects are playing right now in the Arizona Fall League. And for Hagen, it's a chance to get more innings under his belt, further his development, and, in my opinion, springboard him for next season, because I think some big things are coming for Hagen in 2026. So coming up, Hagen joins me here on the podcast to talk about his first full season in the minor leagues with the White Sox. There were ups, there were downs. The restart that he had in the early part of the season, which was kind of a precursor to what the White Sox did with Colson Montgomery. What did that do for him? We'll speak about what it was like being a part of the Birmingham Barons championship, what he's working on right now in the Arizona Fall League. He'll talk about one of his teammates, Sam Antonacci, and his hopes and his dreams of making it to the major leagues. Hagen Smith is here on the podcast. Our conversation is coming your way. Let's do it. All right, joining me on the podcast, it's Hagen Smith. Hagen, how are you doing? How is Arizona?
I'm doing great. Yeah, Arizona's awesome right now. Weather's beautiful. I mean, just sitting outside, just enjoying it right now.
Yeah. We're hanging on here in Chicago with some good weather.
Yeah.
But it is the fall in Chicago. The leaves are changing. The cold is coming. And before you know it, next season is going to be coming. You're in the Arizona Fall League. What is that like for you right now?
It's been awesome. Just keep working, keep throwing against good talent. It's been awesome, just hang out with the White Sox guys, get to know them better. I think I've played with them for every single one of them for a majority of the season this year. So, just continuing to build that relationship with them and, just watching guys throw for our team, watching guys hit, just the day-to-day stuff. It's pretty cool.
You're looking back at your season, even though it's still going on, but, they can have all sorts of twists and turns. You don't know what a baseball season is going to look like. How would you sum up where you were at the start of the year and where you are now?
I think this year was pretty up and down for me. I definitely went through some low points during the season, just like performance-wise. I thought just an okay year for me. But now I feel good. I feel like playoffs and from Birmingham, and now I feel really good mechanically. I just feel more confident throwing right now.
Yeah, you started off the season in AA, and all of a sudden, in around early May, you get some elbow soreness. When you feel that or you hear that, all of a sudden it's like, what do you mean elbow soreness? So take us back to what you were feeling at the time and how concerned were you? I
wasn't too concerned, but it's definitely something to be just keeping an eye on. Just my forearm was tight, I think it was just a little flexor flare up in my forearm. But I think that time was good for me just to, working on getting my shoulder strength stronger, my scap stronger. And, it was very boring for a while, just sitting there going through my routine each day, and then going to the yard and not being able to do anything for the team.
Yeah, we're seeing a change in execution and philosophy to some degree with this current regime because you went through something in a way like Colson Montgomery, would you say? Because they just said, well, you're dealing with something, but we're going to take this time to really dive into a lot more things than just, we got to heal you. Is that what happened with you?
Yeah, I think that as well. A lot to do with all the pitching guys here. I can't thank them enough, spending the time with me, putting the effort with me, just really focusing on the stuff I need to work on. And that was a great time for me to do it. I wasn't throwing into games. So on my ramp up, build ups, back to games, I got to work on some stuff and I thought it was super beneficial.
Yeah. So what did you work on? What did you try to do to improve your mechanics and also to be a better pitcher and to stay healthy too?
Yeah, I mean, I think my mechanics coming into this year, I think coming out of spring training are just a little out of whack. And it kind of, I think, led to some arm issues, which would happen. Just kind of all over the place mechanically. And, we worked on just slowing down everything because I move pretty fast on the mound. Sometimes I think I'm not moving fast enough and I'm moving way too fast. So I think for me, it just got to be slow and smooth, and that ultimately helps a lot.
Yeah, I watch a lot of your games and I see your stuff, and it's really impressive. But I also can see how you kind of get down on yourself. You're just kind of like, yeah. I can tell like there's some wheels are spinning in your mind about like, can you kind of like take us through? Because I'm kind of reading between the lines. Am I on the right track here with you?
I hold myself to a really high standard. Super competitive, and stuff like that happens. Yeah, in the moment, I'm a little frustrated. I wouldn't say down. I would say more frustrated. But it's whatever. I mean, me and my friend from back in Arkansas, we had this thing we always talked about. It's like you give yourself 30 minutes to an hour each outing. You can be sad, whatever you can be. And after that, it's on to the next one.
Yeah. So where are you now with your mechanics versus the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I feel really good. Right now, I mean, just keep working on some little stuff. But yeah, right now I feel really slow and smooth. And I think ultimately it helped me be on time with my arm, throw a little more strikes than normal. I mean, not normal, but like this year, I think just my mechanics were a little off. And so I was kind of spraying the ball a little bit here and there. And then ultimately just slowing down everything kind of helps me command the ball better.
Yeah. What were the conversations like? Was it with you and Brian Bannister? Was it Chris Getz involved where it's like, hey, we're going to do this instead to really help jumpstart things for you?
It was really Bannister, 𝗦𝗍, the pitching coach in Birmingham, John 𝗂𝗏, just a whole group effort. I couldn't thank him enough, like I said earlier, just putting the time and effort with me.
All right, so I want to talk about your season with the Barons and that team. What made that team so special, winning another championship? You weren't a part of last year's, but you're there this year, and boom, look what they did it again.
Yeah, I mean, I think just togetherness of everybody. I think we're super close. I mean, everyone likes hanging out together. And I would just get a lot of good ball players, play the game hard, and yeah, ultimately that helps us win.
I wouldn't want to face 𝗦𝗏 Nishida into William Bergolla into Sam Antonacci. Can you explain what that lineup did to opponents?
Yeah, I mean, we just got on base a lot. We stole a lot. Got a lot of hits. I mean, did everything right. I felt like our manager Q did a great job with us this year. And, I just feel like we played the game really hard. And I think every single day we played as best we could. And, a lot of wins came from it.
All right. So was your favorite game against, I'm just theorizing, guessing, was it against Chattanooga in the playoffs?
It was up there for sure. That was fun. I feel like we played those guys all the time, and they're a really talented team. And, it's also, I mean, it's fun. I think that might have been their last year in that stadium. So that was kind of an add-on to that too. It was pretty cool.
All right. So I'll set it up. This is the playoffs. You're going up against, this is the Cubs AA team, and it's best of 3. You guys lose the first game at home. You then have to go to Chattanooga. You got to win both games. You're on the mound in game 2. 5 innings, no hits, 10 strikeouts. What was working for you that day?
Really just my fastball and slider combo. I feel like leading up to that, I was really trying to focus on getting my slider down in the zone a little more. I think here and there I was kind of leaving it arm side, and then that outing, I mean, I guess just my fastball and slider working really well, and I just utilized them as much as I could.
Did you want to stay in the game? Was it tough to pull you out of that one? You hadn't given up a hit.
Yeah. I mean, those games you definitely want to, but just kind of looking at it from a different standpoint, it's like you got our bullpen down there so good. I respect the taking me out of there, and I've trusted everybody coming in.
What's going to be the key for you to go deeper in games? Because I know you guys don't want to go 5. This is not your decision. It's there's a bigger plan in place. But shoot, if you're only at 70 pitches and you're through 7, you're going to stay in the game.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, it's just being more efficient. Just not trying to strike people out before 2 strikes.
Are you doing that? Are you trying to do that?
No, but sometimes I know, like, if I'm facing somebody I know I can get a punch out on them, I try to throw like really nasty pitches early in the count, and instead of just being aggressive in the zone and then doing it late. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for me, just being super aggressive in the zone and trusting my stuff. And I know that if I do that, I'll be successful. Yeah,
this feels like this has been a big growth year for you. Would you agree with that?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, the injury, the ups and downs of the results, I mean, just helps me. I feel like I'm a mature person, but I think just going through this first professional season, like I said, I've been talking with 𝗵𝗀, the Birmingham coach, during the year, and it's like, I'm glad this happened to me now, just to get all the stuff that's happened, face adversity through the season. I think it's great.
Yeah. And then 𝗻𝗁, you have a bond with him, and I feel like he kind of can relate to that. Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I honestly don't know what his first year was like or anything like that, but yeah, no, I actually texted him today, just checking in on him, asking how he was doing, and yeah, he's doing good right now.
Yeah. And then you guys get to the championship series against Montgomery. This is the Rays AA team, and you were pitching in the deciding game, Game 3, and you go 4 innings. I think it was 6 strikeouts, and then the game gets called. Because I've never seen a championship game have to be continued the following day. Can you take us through what was going on in that game for you and the team?
Yeah, I thought they were a really good team, Montgomery was, and I was going through the outing and I was going pretty good, and then I think that last inning before we rained out, I gave up a hit and I walked a guy or something, and then I think I was in the middle of the at bat, and then it just started pouring rain. They just like rushed us off the field, and then we're sitting in the locker room waiting, and they're just like, yeah, we're playing tomorrow, and everybody's like, well, we can do that? Like, we didn't know we could do that. Everybody was like, we had to finish today. We thought we were going to play that game no matter what time. And yeah, it was super cool, though, just to finish that game and win, honestly.
Oh, so you didn't pitch the next day, right? You were done.
Yeah, I was done.
What was the celebration like in the clubhouse?
It was awesome. I mean, all the work we put in together as a team and just the bonds we've grown with everybody, and it's just special just to enjoy that moment together.
The people in Chicago are seeing little breadcrumbs, little seeds of what's been planted in the minor leagues. And, from 𝗁cie Montgomery to 𝗪cie 𝗰𝗏, I think 𝗪cie was obviously new to the system, but they're seeing what is developing down there. And you're a big part of the future and what happened last season. What would you say to Sox fans who want more of a taste of this, and why there's some real fun times coming because of guys like you?
I mean, I got to give credit to the guys at the big league level this year, the young guys that stepped up, and everybody else on the team. We try to watch as many games as you can, but it's hard to when we play the same, every single day. But no, man, the guys that we had in Birmingham, and I know at other levels too, are super talented, play the game hard, and love to win. So, I mean, that's what you want to do.
So you go to the Arizona Fall League. What are you working on right now?
Right now, for me, it's just trying to throw more changeups in games. I think it's the perfect time for that. Sometimes for me, I get too much in compete mode, and I don't want to throw it because I know that my slider and fastball are better. But I think just for a growth standpoint, I need to throw it, see how it is against hitters, just be more comfortable throwing it against hitters, lefties and righties.
Yeah, if I'm a hitter and I'm facing you, and I know you have a changeup in there, I'm thinking probably way too much. I might get myself out by just knowing you have a changeup in your pocket, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good right now. I think I need to, throw it, get more comfortable throwing it more often. It's not going to be a super high usage pitch, but I think just being able to throw it in different counts would be good for me.
So what's the key to throwing a successful changeup for you?
Still trying to learn, talking with Shane Murphy, he's got a really good changeup. We got close this year in Birmingham, and he's giving me some stuff to work on. But the guys here, Jacob Doors, the White Sox pitching coach, he's here in the fall league, and just working with him, it's been good.
I had Shane Murphy on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. This guy, we called him the mystery man. He's kind of for some reason, I know why. He's not throwing 98 miles an hour, so he's completely under the radar, but dude can pitch, right?
Yeah, he's the best. Talking with him, we talked a bunch during the season, just every single day, just about pitching in general. He's super smart. He knows how to pitch. He knows when to throw stuff in different counts, and he throws it wherever he wants to. And he's unbelievable. Watching him this year was awesome.
Yeah. What's it going to take for you to go to the next level?
I think, like we talked about earlier, just being more aggressive in the counts, throwing more change-ups. For me, I need to trust my stuff. I don't need to try to pitch around guys. I just need to attack guys, and ultimately that'll keep my pitch count down. And yeah, I'm super looking forward to next year.
So when you think about next year, are you thinking about next year? Like where's your head right now, by the way?
My head is I have a game tomorrow, so that's where I'm at right now. So I'm pushing the game tomorrow.
Yeah. But what would it mean? Like what is your mindset going to be going into next season? I know you're still in this season, but this is just a moment in time where you're in the AFL, which means a lot, obviously. But next year is going to be a bigger season for you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just really looking forward to this offseason first. Just getting after it. Working on stuff I need to work on. Just identifying all of my weaknesses in my game and just attacking that. But yeah, next year's gonna be fun. I don't have any decision what I do, where I go. So I'm just gonna focus on wherever I do go. I'm just gonna go throw my best, compete.
Meanwhile, you have a fly that continues.
Yeah, no.
He wants to get involved in this interview. He keeps bugging your face. I want to ask you about Sam Antonacci, who was on your team with the Barons, and he's raking in the AFL. Raking. Can you explain what's going on with Sam and how tough of an out he is?
Yeah, he's the best. He's one of my roommates here at the Airbnb, and he just plays the game so hard, and it's so fun to watch him. It's all the little stuff he does right, on and off the field, and he's a special player, and I can't wait to see what he does next year. He'll probably be up there, but I'm not going to put that on him. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's up there sooner rather than later.
All right. So is he nearby as you're talking?
No, he's at the game today. Not luckily, but the pitchers that aren't throwing in the games, only away games, don't have to travel. So me and Connor McCullough are here right now at the house. Okay.
So my guess is there's a game going on right now that if he is at the plate as we speak, he is working counts. He might be getting hit by a pitch.
Yeah.
Because he'll find any way to get on base. Is that basically Sam Antonacci?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. There were times this season when he barely moves out of the way of pitch and he kind of hits himself on the helmet. He's mad that he didn't get hit by the pitch. It's, like I said, he's just so fun to watch. He plays the game so hard. You see him, every ground ball he hits, he's going to run as hard as he can to first, and it's super fun.
Everyone listening and watching, Sam Antonacci will be on this podcast in the near future, just so you know. I need to get him on to talk about him. A few more questions. Pitching in a regular season game versus pitching in the playoffs like you did you feel the difference?
Obviously it means a little more, but I think just the way you go at it throughout the week and leading up to, I think it's the same. You don't want to try to make it a bigger game than it is. I pitched in some pretty big games in college, and it's kind of the same as like the process of going about it. But yeah, it's definitely big games, and you want to win for sure.
Okay, and so you have the start tomorrow. How is the Arizona Fall League versus regular minor league baseball? The competition and just the feel of when you're on the mound in this ballpark when there's not a ton of fans.
Yeah, the Fall League has tons of talent. Not that Double-A doesn't, but I think just the depth of all the rosters here is crazy. Just watching these guys, it's kind of fun. Just being a spectator at these games, just watching these guys go at it. Facing some really good bats and watching some really good arms throw.
Yeah. I was talking with Gene Watson, who's the director of player personnel for the White Sox, and I was saying to him about the AFL, if I was playing in it, I would be gathering as much intel as I could, because you're playing with guys from other organizations, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So are you kind of like hearing things or learning things from what other guys are doing, saying, and their organizations and what works for them and what doesn't?
Yeah, a little bit. I really like watching the bullpens, just watching and listening just to hear guys think when they're talking to pitching coaches and, just watching them throw. I mean, it's kind of fun to see their stuff in the bullpens, and you kind of get to see it up close and like what they're trying to do with this pitch, what they're trying to do with that. And it's really cool.
Okay. Well, it's been fun watching you in the minor leagues and in the Arizona Fall League. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next year for you. The goal, obviously.
Yeah.
Make it to the major leagues, right?
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
What are you learning about what it's going to take to make that happen?
It's going to take a lot, I think it starts this off season, like we said earlier, just really having a really good off season and, going into the next year really prepared.
Got any fun plans for the off season?
I really want to get back and start training again. I still got 3 more starts, I think, left here. And, I got to look forward to that first. Can't look ahead. But, just going after the off season, training with a bunch of good guys, good coaches, and just get after it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, the guys that I've talked to, like, they're just locked in, right? You guys are just so hungry. You don't want to, I mean, it's like the off season came and it's like, well, no, let's keep this going, even though your body probably needs a rest. But you guys all seem to be cut from this same cloth of you live and breathe this game so much and you want to win so bad that the off season is too long. You want to get going again.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, all the guys are the same in the organization that I've talked to. They want to do the same thing and they all have the same goal, so I think that's awesome for all of us, to get to go try to get better and attack the next season and try to get their goals.
All right. Well, Hagen, this is great talking with you, and maybe we'll see you at Sox Fest, and if not Sox Fest, we don't even know if there's going to be a Sox Fest, but I think there is. Hopefully there's going to be a Sox Fest. Spring training for sure, and I'm looking forward to the rest of your AFL and what comes for you. So thanks for spending time with us. I appreciate it, and the fly is gone.
Yeah, thankfully. That was getting a little annoying.
You did a great job, by the way. I mean, That's what it takes sometimes. This is the kind of focus that I need at times when I am doing a show and there's something like a fly in my face. Got to stay focused.
Yeah, I should have went inside. It's my fault.
No, you're showing the Arizona sky.
Yeah,
beautiful. It's great out there in Arizona. Hagen Smith, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
All right. Hagen Smith here on the White Sox podcast. Hawk Harrelson, take it away.
All right, Chuck, this edition of the White Sox podcast is over.